America, I'm just going to give you the no holds barred truth of the state of our nation. We can already see that since the Biden presidency, since since Biden, since day one of joke Biden's presidency, our nation has become a complete disaster. The whole world is obviously laughing at us. They are laughing at us because they know that we have a bumbling buffoon in the White House. They know that throughout his political career, he has been a complete do-nothing. And all of a sudden, now that he's president, he wants to get out and fix stuff. This whole build back better nonsense, as touted by him and the DMs, has been nothing more than a big delusion. It's been a delusion, and you got people on the left that are, and including these rhinos, they are still laughing. Well, they're still buying into it and want to point the finger at the other party. Well, not the way sensible individuals like myself happens to see it. With inflation being a big factor, I would say this. Yeah, the cost of everything is hurting everybody. The the astronomical inflation is hurting everybody. You know, but it's really doing a lot of damage to the working class. I mean, to working class individuals like myself the most. And it's doing serious damage to people who happen to be on fixed incomes. And then, and then the big problem where you gotta really lay it down is, I'm gonna just say it like this: the left does not care. Joke Biden, who is apparently a puppet of the radical left, he does not care. All they want is nothing but power. Let's not even get started on the two recent mass shootings over in Buffalo, New York, and Uvalde, Texas. The Dems, obviously, since those two events, the Dems obviously want to, prop up and start trying to take away legal firearms owners from legal gun owners. Yeah, they want to completely do away with the Second Amendment, putting law-abiding citizens like you and I at risk? Do they really give two flying rats' tails about the sky-high crime in many of these inner cities, especially over in cities like Chicago, B. More, Milwaukee, New York City, St. Louis? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's not even get started where they were the ones who demanded that the cops be defunded. That, yeah, ever since George Fentanyl Floyd got killed, especially even though Floyd was high on fentanyl, which is a heavy drug, by the way, they they literally demanded that the police departments all across the country should be defunded. And they're the same ones who are talking about taking away the guns from law-abiding citizens like you and I. And let me just say this right here. They do the left does not give two rats' rear ends about the average law-abiding citizens like you and I. They want to disarm us. Of course, those on the left, and the ultra woke will only see this video as a complete conspiracy theory, when in reality, they would consider this video that I'm displaying and producing to the masses, that they do not want people like you and I, who obey the law and follow the law, to have a right to own a firearm to protect ourselves. Yet, we got the skinheads and the KKK, who obviously are leftists, not gonna lie. The skinheads and the KKK, are they giving up their firearms? No way. And of course, are the Crips and the Bloods giving up their firearms? No way. Are these drug cartels that be coming from the south of the border giving up their guns? No freaking way. And speaking of the border, we can already see that under Joke Biden, there's still a big crisis at the border. A few years back when Trump was president, you know, Trump popped this big question: why do we keep bringing people over from S-hole countries? And you know what? To be very honest, I don't blame him. I don't blame Trump on asking that particular question verbatim. Because given that the border crisis is still out of control, the left does not care about releasing them criminals out to the public so they could come around, suck our system dry, let alone let alone live off of natural born citizens, US citizens like you and me. And you know what? They're getting all the free education, all the free all the free government run services, while you got veterans out there who are literally suffering in the streets, trying to find a home. You got those like myself who worked their butts off all through school, let alone pay their way, or had to borrow from somewhere just to pay their way to fund their education. But all of a sudden, our bubbling buffoon in office wants to, and I'm also tell you this right here. A lot of people who expect their student loans to be forgiven, not everyone applies for that. Not everyone. Yeah, I borrowed student loans myself, and I got to be honest, I don't think I apply for that. Yet, I've been faithful enough to pay them off. I mean, to pay as much as I can. I've made excellent faith efforts of paying down my student loans. But the ones that are really demanding it are the ones that refuse to pay for them in the first place. I'm not going to lie. And then you got Nasty Palooza's husband, who literally got arrested for a DUI, but obviously got off the hook right then and there. I'm gonna tell you this: that is not. Some may call it white privilege. I mean, especially if you're one of those woke buffoons out there, they may call it white privilege. But as a black conservative free thinker, I call it liberal leftist privilege. Because, and why do I say that? Because if a law-abiding citizen like myself or anybody else, if an average Joe like myself committed that same crime, oh yeah, we would have got more time than those fools. I mean, than that fool who served. We would have got like months or even years in the joint had we committed that exact same crime. And why is that? Career politicians get away with a lot of crimes. And most of them, no matter what party they are on, are literally pathological liars. But I'm going to tell you this video right here because I predict, and please take this with a major grain of salt, but I will say this: I predict that literally by the time 2024 rolls around, the next presidential election rolls around, America, we might not even have a country left. I mean, I think it is safe to say that within another 2 years, America as a country will be no more. And that's literally because we've let career politicians get in the way of everything. I mean, get in the way of everything. We, you know, we've literally let these do nothing politicians, tell us what to do and how to think and how to vote and how to react. You know, they're on the, next thing you know, on the process, they're going to try at least get all of those to get rid of the electoral college. That's another thing they're planning on doing. And once that happens, our country is done. You know, California, New York, and Illinois will be the ones that determine who will be president. And you know what? If our country is going downhill, you know, I hope to God the red states hear me out, Florida, hear me out, Texas. If this nation tends if America tends to go down this downward spiral where we are dealing with so many problems under this here president, and in which I literally will predict that um by another few years or so, that we may not have a country left. I think it's time for the red states to secede from the union, should that happen. But I'm just setting the record straight, and like I said, I'm already giving you the no holds barred truth of the state of our nation. Now, if you're a sensible thinker and a sensible voter like I am, you probably would know you probably would understand. But if you're one of those woke guys that want to complain and get in a fuss about little stuff, then apparently you have no say so. And you're the real reason why our nation is so divided than ever before. But this is all I have to say. I didn't mean to make this video as long as possible. But I am Chuck Johnson, a.k.a. Kid Thunder. I am signing off. Holla at your boy. Take care. Stay tuned for more.